Alright, welcome to New Reviews. I am your host, Steve, and we have some compadres over here. You guys can go introduce yourselves.
Because he's Mexican.
Seemingly Mexican.
That's the joke.
Ted. Hola.
Brad.
Oh, wait, Alex.
That was enthusiastic.
Fat Man?
Fat Man, you going to Fat Man on Alex?
Fatty.
Yeah, I'm Fat Man.
Alright, Fat Man.
Well, now everyone knows he's Alex.
Alright, and for this video we're going to be discussing the Sony press conference. Compared to the Microsoft one, I think it was way better. Although it wasn't a spectacular conference, I thought it was pretty solid. Alright, do you guys have like any general thoughts about the conference? Let's start with counterclockwise order. We'll start with Brad.
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
Alright, well, the Sony was definitely a lot stronger than Microsoft. Microsoft brought absolutely nothing to the table. Sony... What?
I was just saying, just keep it like strictly Sony.
Oh, well, excuse me, princess.
Sorry.
Sony, they brought some good things. They didn't bring any game breakers or anything like that, but they definitely brought a game. So, they did solid. They could have done better. And they could have really wowed me, but they still did good.
Alright, Ted?
I think the Assassin's Creed thing was boring as fuck. Just...
Alright, but I'm saying as a whole, what do you think?
Well, I mean, besides the Wonder Book shit, I mean, that's what kind of brought it down for me with the whole Assassin's Creed thing. We're like, oh, I'm driving a ship.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, fuck you. Pirates are awesome.
Well, pirates are awesome, but I mean, like a whole 5-minute segment of a guy just rotating a freaking boat wheel, whatever the fuck those things are called, is just
and
really...
shooting cannons.
Canyons? Oh wow, there's
canyons. Shooting whole fucking canyons.
That's a new power of mine. I shoot canyons. Alright.
Alright. Okay, Alex, how about
yeah, I would say it's better than Microsoft.
I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of interesting games, but I really hate that book peripheral that they're coming out with. By far, the most boring part of any presentation I've ever seen in my life.
I'll buy 7.
It's horrible.
Alright, let's go with dislike, so we'll go in the opposite order. So yeah, you said like, okay, what sucked about the books thing?
I mean, just the fact that you have a book peripheral, it doesn't seem great. And plus the games, it seems like you're looking at yourself the entire time. That's weird. I don't know, that's kind of awkward.
Oh, that's basically how augmented reality kind of works. It's just all camera related and stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool how they have like, like it's kind of like, like a movable pop-out book or pop-up book or whatever. But I don't know, that doesn't seem like...
It seems very gimmicky.
I don't think we are the target demographic for that at all. That's definitely for like, family-friendly stuff. Or like guys who are like into like Harry Potter or whatever. I don't know.
That's pretty much open.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't know, some strong games were God of War looked really great. I don't know, it seems very similar to the other ones, but I didn't know there was a multiplayer coming into it, so I'm more interested in seeing what the multiplayer would be like. But other than that, like Beyond is pretty cool, just because it was very cinematic. I kind of like that, how they made it look like that.
Alright, Brad, was there anything that you didn't like about the conference?
Besides the stupid-ass Pottermore book, I'm gonna have to go with... I didn't like Sony Smash All-Star Battle Royale.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Oh my god.
Alright, like, I get it. It's a brawl clone. I get it. I'm okay with it from so far. It's got Sony characters that we all know and love. I'm okay with it so far. How the fuck do you kill people? Like, honestly, there was no health bars. I'm still confused at how you score points. Do you have to use your supers to kill people? That's fucking retarded.
That's what I heard. Like, yeah, you have to use your supers or something, which is really
so retarded. You have to just knock people around, build up meter, so you get at least a level 1 super, and then you use that to kill someone. Or just store it up and keep on beating up people until you get level 2 or level 3. I'm guessing that's how it works.
That's fucking retarded. That shouldn't be how supers work in a brawler. Super should be like something you get maybe once the entire match, and you're pretty badass for a little while, and then everything, but you can still get fucking kills. Like, fuck.
I mean...
I just don't like how the point system revolves around supers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
Although I did like seeing Captain Quark get eaten by the Kraken.
I mean,
that was the only thing I liked about that entire video.
Yeah, visually, I think it looks alright. I mean, it would look like, you know, Smash Bros. In HD. That's basically what it was.
Pretty much.
Play some characters. Like, fighting style, it looked... I guarantee you, if like someone like looked at that from distance, they probably would have thought at first thought, that's Smash Bros. But if like moved in a bit closer, like, oh wait, that's not Mario. So,
like, I know they're doing this to compete with Smash Bros., but there's no fucking way. As soon as Nintendo releases anything about Smash Bros., they're automatically gonna trump this game. It's stupid.
I know.
Yeah.
They not only have one, but two aces up their sleeves because they're having one for the Wii U and one for the 3DS. And
Well, aren't they doing the same thing with the Vita?
Oh, they are doing for the Vita, but they're not like different versions. Like.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You can play
we're
simultaneously.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to be talking about that. Okay. And anything positive? What did you like about it? I'll start off because we're going in order.
Wait, I didn't get to say my dislike.
Oh, no, wait, you did. You said you hated the Assassin's Creed thing.
Well, I just hated the demo, but the game I actually hated the most was Far Cry 3.
Far Cry 3, yeah, that's...
Yeah, that co-op was not interesting at all.
Like,
hey, look,
I mean, who the hell is that coordinated during an FPS game, you know?
I mean, of course they did it just for show, I mean, you know.
Not even that, but just like the FPS itself is so bland. It's just like, there's nothing special about it.
You're a bunch of guys stuck on an island and you have to fight for your life. Woo, I haven't heard that one before.
Like, there are some games that should include multiplayer, and Far Cry does not look like one of them.
But even on realism, it just seemed way too fake, and the AI looked retarded. The AI just stood still at some points and just didn't really do much. So I don't know. It looks terrible.
I've seen like some footage of like Far Cry like 1 and 2, and it didn't really look anything different because it was still in like a tropical setting, and all they really added was co-op. But I haven't played Far Cry before, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. But it just looks uninteresting to me.
That's true. But anyway, now back to Steve.
Alright, but yeah, so positive stuff. Yeah, I would have to definitely say both Beyond and Last of Us, is that what it's called?
Yeah, The Last of Us.
Yeah, so both games that have an Ellen Page type character, yes.
Fuck yeah, Ellen Page.
Like, Beyond, it seemed really cool. Like, it like, graphically, I thought it looked great. Similar to, like, LA Noire, like with the face tracking. I thought it looked great. Like, all, like, movements looked very fluid. And, like, the premise seems kind of cool. Like, I don't know, like, it's
like
not...
the small snippets of gameplay elements that, you know, they were shown in that montage, it kind of looks like it's going to be a game for once, compared to Heavy Rain.
Yeah, because you get, like, psychic powers, like pyrokinesis or, like, telekinesis or all that jazz. I don't know, that seems cool.
Then again, like, Indigo Prophecy was the same thing, but it was just pure cutscene and shit, but whatever.
Yeah. Alright, and Last of Us, that seemed really great. This, like, I've heard of the game before, but this is, like, the first time I've seen footage, and I think it looks awesome. Oh my god. Like, it kind of, like, as soon as, like, I first saw, like, the first, like, 2 seconds, it kind of reminded me of, what's it called again? I Am Legend? I don't know. It had that vibe.
Oh, yeah, I Am Legend, yeah.
I was just waiting for, like, Will Smith coming around the corner and yelling for Frank.
I was saving that bacon.
No, like, I completely agree with you. Like, when they first announced The Last of Us, like, last year or something like that, and it was only a cinematic, I reserved judgment because it's just a fucking cinematic. You don't judge a game based off cinematics.
Yeah.
But actually seeing gameplay, this is the first time I've actually seen gameplay, and I liked everything I saw. I mean, sure, at the base core, it does look a lot like your generic, like, Uncharted type shooter and stuff like that. But you've got crafting, you've got AI that doesn't appear to be fucking retarded. You've got a co-op, a partner AI that certainly isn't fucking retarded and can throw bricks at people. I mean, and everything about it I enjoyed every minute of that video.
Like, honestly, like, I think it was the first time I've actually seen, like, a pseudo-movie game, you know, combined together. Like, I don't know, like, Die Hard shit, but, like, with gameplay elements. Like, that's kind of surreal to me.
Yeah, Yeah, it had a very cinematic feel to it. It was great. Like, you know, like you had like baddies like popping around corners and like them to jump on you, and then like you're able to like beat them out, and like every punch you could like feel the blow, and it's like wow.
Yeah, but what I'm more interested in is seeing like how many different scenarios you can be in, like depending on what decisions you make on how to like go through different situations.
Yeah.
Actually, that's my personal problem is that, you know, it might get overly repetitive with the same, you know, cinematic, oh, I'm going to take 5 minutes to choke this guy out, or I don't know, but it looks pretty promising at this point.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, Alex. Besides that, do you have anything that like you would think was like that stood out?
Stood out, I guess, Beyond. You know, that seems like one of the more interesting games. You know, the last ones definitely, but I liked Assassin's Creed 3 the most. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to that game, just because I've been such a diehard Assassin's Creed fan.
I totally agree with you. Like, even though they didn't show much at the Sony conference, seeing what they showed at Ubisoft, I fucking fell in love with the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the PS Vita version doesn't look all that good, to be honest. Like, graphically, it kind of sucks. But I mean, if I get a Vita,
that's what I was about to say. I think Assassin's Creed is going to be just like Red Dead Redemption in terms of the amount of animals you can kill.
Like bears, man.
Deer, a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
There's also God of War Ascension. Honestly, like, I'm kind of looking forward to it because I like God of War games, and even though the single player is all the same thing over and over again, they're still entertaining to play and stuff. I'm really worried about the multiplayer though.
Worried or not? So you're worried but not excited.
I'm worried about it because God of War just doesn't seem like one of those games that would be a good multiplayer game. Because if I remember correctly, you can like choose the type of weapon you bring into battle. And I don't know about any of you guys who played the God of War games, but I barely used like the bulk of my array of weaponry throughout the entire fucking game. Like, if I needed a certain weapon, I used that certain weapon, but otherwise I just used fucking chains and gauntlets. It's like there is no point to using the other weapons.
You could like choose them and customize them too in the other games.
Yeah, but there's really no point to it. I mean, you could everything that could be unless it was a special enemy, anything that could be done with like the sword can be done with the blades or can be done with the gauntlet. And
but it depended how much you like the fighting style and like the finishers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the main point of it is customizing your own.
Yeah.
But you get used to like a certain weapon so much that you just don't use the other weapons, and I don't really see how they're gonna balance it to make people want to use the other weapons over another one and things like that. I'm just really worried about how it's gonna turn out.
Well, I know that God of War is mostly known for the single player, so from what I saw, it looks like it's just where it needs to be. More graphics, just more crazy epic battles. I mean, that's what it's all about, so I'm just excited to see it.
Alright, so I think that more or less sums it up. Alright, so closing thoughts, I guess we'll give it a grade or rating. Brad, you could use a grade. I know you don't like ratings, even though there's no fucking difference. Alright, I'm going to give it, well, I typically rate out of 6, so that way I'm forced to be a bit objective. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 6, because I thought it was pretty solid. It was more positive stuff than mess stuff. I mean, the only thing was, like, the Pottermore, like, Book of Spells thing, and even during that presentation, they fumbled up a bit. But, overall, I thought it was pretty good. Red?
Oh, my turn?
Yep.
Well, I just lost my train of thought. Right. I'm gonna have to go with C+ to a B. While, as I said before, they didn't bring anything game-breaking. They didn't bring anything like, holy shit, this is fucking godlike. But they brought good shit. They had some bad things, like the stupid-ass Pottermore crap. But they brought good shit. And so, as you said, it's a very solid. I'm gonna give it like a C+, a B, somewhere in there.
Alright. Ted?
Maybe a high C+.
I don't have my own system yet, but I call it decent at this point. I mean, they covered all their basics, they got their business points down, and they got a few games out, and they catered to pretty much every demographic out there. in terms of trying to get people. So yeah, it's pretty decent.
All right.
Holy shit! I got a swap note from Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Oh no!
All right.
Snap!
Fatty, how about you?
I don't know. I have to agree with 10 on this one. It was decent at best. The Harry Potter thing honestly bored me to death. It was way too long. If I had to rate it out of 6, I'd give it maybe a 3. It just the Harry Potter thing keeps it from getting like a 5 because everything else seemed pretty interesting, but the Harry Potter thing just really killed it for me. And maybe if there was less PS Vita stuff, I don't know. I thought that was a little too much.
Yeah, well, they are trying to push it because it's getting
the holiday
back in
season,
sales and stuff. Yeah.
It's the PSP all over again.
Hey, the PSP was good.
But the DS was better.
This is true.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think that about wraps it up. Alright, thank you for listening in. We'll be back with a Microsoft press conference and, of course, a Nintendo press conference. We'll probably do Nintendo in 2 parts because they do have the 3DS one and a Wii U one. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. But, yeah, this is NUReviews signing off. Say bye, everyone.
Later.
Bye.
Don't eat a dick.